Good morning again. About the previous video, honestly, I know it's really irritating and it's really bothersome. When I'm working on these matters and asserting these facts, that somebody ignores, breaks in, interrupts, and says stupid battlefield allegation. This is always just the civilian, traveling on the transit bus to and from stores, always being courteous. But all the accusing is all by the creeps that like to cause a noisy disruption everywhere. I remember one time back in 1994 when I was temporarily living in North Reddington Beach. They were so bad, it was terrible. At night, they're just echoing rampage, and they just like to create something that sounds like a war zone. But all you see is everyone getting around all right, except at night the effect kind of mitigates against anybody wanting to be around. And I remember one day there was a young man wearing an army uniform near the beach, and I walked to him and courteously said approximately, "When's all the noise going to end?" And he just calmly said, I guess he was kind of corrupt. He just said, "I'm a combat infantryman. I like the noise. But you see, this is the United States where we live. This isn't supposed to be a war zone. The sounds around are supposed to be peaceful. The sounds are only supposed to be the sounds of the cars, the sounds of regular traffic. There isn't supposed to be a lot of threat and mayhem. They aren't supposed to be breaking into the sounds of transit buses saying flamethrower threats. I've been reporting against them for years. I think partly what they do is that they're from, like I said before, a family of associated corruption, that they themselves have their various positions, some of them in the military, where they are, and they then have their attitudes, what their intents are, the kind of surroundings they like to be transmitted, projected around where I am. Like I said also before, that I think that they might have involved something of the exclusion zone about Chernobyl that occurred back in about '86. Well, anyway, I don't know. Uh, Maybe the Pat Benatar song from 1983, "Love Is a Battlefield." Maybe that in some way alluded to the former stepfather. I don't know. But anyway, just about transit buses, the drivers are invariably courteous. The buses are comfortable, but the abuse criminals like to break in and cause disruption. While they secret themselves, they get into the loud back of the bus. They start loudly pointing at me. They say, more of the Marine argument, etc. And just about, I don't know, just days ago, one of the particular gays that participates with him. I don't know who he is. But I think indication is he works in a political office locally, maybe. But since I don't know who for sure, I'm not going to say. But as soon as I would find out, I would say so immediately. But anyway, he gets into the broadcast it to the driver area for the driver to hear, or he was on the radio. And he said, against all this, he says, but your warns are coming from living in a nation that was supposed to have been wiped out. And then Hispanic, tough, older sounding man got on the radio saying a threat of Dieg's Shoals, abbreviating San Diego. So as I'm speaking, a man got into the traffic sound uh, just north of here. Anybody else would have heard him, and he's just arrogant, egotistical, saying uh, Diego's abbreviated. So they are an official corruption. So anyway, I'm just going to abbreviate this now. All I can do is continue like this, hope that others are being sensible instead. But when he said the name, when he said the term Shoals, again, he might have been going back to the abuse family, the childhood, uh, when I was a junior Navy cadet, and the cadet ship was the USS Darter, a submarine that was scuttled on a shoal in the South China Sea back during World War II, Bombay Shoal. I don't know if they're doing anything on it or not, but immediately one of the corrupt gay abusers gets into the traffic sound monitoring and spying and say Bombay Shoal. So anyway, folks, this is for sense and resolving the matters instead, for peace, and hopefully the various interference will be made known and that they'll end up being prosecuted. Have a good day.